Hey guys, welcome to the show. This is FNNR. My name is Shiembetsa. We are back with another one from DVK. This time he has a project, an EP. I don't know what this is called, but it's called Revamp the Substance. Let's get to it. Number one, this was like two tracks, and the two tracks were quite interesting. The first one was a freestyle. The second one was an actual track. I did not like the freestyle. The freestyle felt like shit, man. That freestyle was shit, man. Not gonna lie. From the delivery, like everything about that freestyle felt off. I don't know what happened there. I don't know what was going there. Maybe the guy was high or something. I know. Probably he was just out there having fun. This is one of those tracks that I feel like should have remained in the back rooms. This should not have been released. That freestyle was ass. Like, let me just be honest. That is something I don't. After listening to Man of Substance and then I got to listen to that, I was pissed off, man. DVK hapo nayo walifanya ushenzi. But anyway, it's a freestyle. But the thing is I appreciate is that he was honest about it, that it's a freestyle, and it genuinely feels like a freestyle. Most people do freestyles these days and it's in quotes where they have written the lyrics and they are reading from somewhere. Same way I've seen Chiomio with a new freestyle out about Angie. That is not necessarily a freestyle because I feel like he wrote that verse and then he read it. People stop calling freestyles things that you have written freestyles. Like, let's be serious about this. But this freestyle, it was ass, bro. This was not. Okay, now the next thing about this, the next problem I have about this, the production was quite good. I like the beats. He worked with Revamp Kenya, and that is good. And every single element about the beats and the production, you could tell it was from these guys. Like, you could never miss the identity of the producers. Like, that's who they were, and you got what you're paying for. You got what you're expecting. However, there was a problem with the mixing and mastering. The mixing and mastering was shit. DVK, what's going on? What's going on, my brother? We are going backwards. We're making 10 steps forward and then you're going backwards. The mixing and mastering was shit. This mixing and mastering was horrendous because DVK's vocals felt like they were there and the production felt like it was on the other end. Like, it never felt like DVK was in the track. If you listen to Man of Substance and then you listen to Revamp the Substance, you get... you'll just get annoyed because Man of Substance was a carefully curated project, and every element, as much as I felt like some moments were a bit boring and a bit predictable, everything was clean. The basics and the fundamentals were caught correctly. In these projects, it felt like both kulikuwa na mushkil, in that there was no cohesion between the musician and the producers. This is one of those projects I feel like the producers are the ones who did the mixing and mastering because the beats really stand out. Genuinely speaking, the beats stand out more than DVK's verses. And for the second track, I feel like he had something to say, but you don't get to appreciate it as much, especially if you're having high-end headphones or really good audio equipment. You can just tell, like, hapa kuna shida. Currently, I'm using Bose earphones, and those ones are very high on the mids and the trebles. And if you are not... It can tell. So sometimes I even have to pump up the bass just to feel the bass, but not in this case. In this case, the mixing and mastering was just chaos. Now for the delivery. Now let's talk about the delivery. The delivery needed a little bit more oomph. I feel like DVK in this track was just having fun and he was lazy about it. I insist, this was a project that was supposed to remain in the back rooms and revisited a while later when he was more serious with it, because it feels like he just went into the recording booth and he was like 2020 aya 1 2 1 2 record tunachafua aya tuko sawa you know, like this just felt like one of those tracks, and then you're like, we release this people like this, you know. And that's a problem because once you've cemented yourself with such an amazing project, you cannot go back and do the nonsense that you did here. Hey, DVK, tapatana comedy club utanipiga ngeta, but it's okay. I'll have to be honest with you. Now, lastly, I want to say that I've written my notes here and I can't see shit. The best thing about these tracks is the second track specifically is the hook is very catchy. I love that hook. That hook is amazing. When you listen to that hook, that's the reason I even listened to this project, because I had that hook on IG and I was like, fuck, I need to listen to this shit. That hook is amazing, and it goes to show that DVK has talent. DVK has potential. DVK is one of those artists who can actually break into the industry because of the way he merges comedy with his music, the way he merges comedy with his lyricism. It's not just the way he has this way of doing societal commentary without societal commentary and inculcating comedy in it. It reminds me of Fake Walk with Justin, but they kind of do the same thing because even he had a show with the same name. I wonder why he stopped doing it, but the hook makes me embrace that. The only problem I have with this was a hack job, bro. This was a Frankenstein of a monster. There's no way you're telling me that these guys, in a producer alifanya mixing and mastering, and you ni makosa because the beats stand out, the beats are clean, the beats are precise, everything about the beats is amazing. But now you listen to DVK's vocals, you're like, nini sasa, what nonsense is this? But that being said, Man of Substance, Revamp the Substance. I will not recommend you to listen to this thing if you're a fan of DVK. If you've listened to Man of Substance, do not listen to this project. Listen to the hook, listen to the second track and listen to the hook, and then forget about everything else. Otherwise, it will leave you confused whether we are going forward or we are going backward. So this was a no for me. I didn't appreciate this. I hope this is not a precursor to what you're going to expect in the next project. He promised that he's going to give us more boom bap. So for the next project, the VK Bwana, do what you did in Man of Substance or do it better. That being said, it's been me, Shiembetsa. I hope to see you on the next video. You can find me on Twitter at Shiembetsa, where we can talk about all these things, or FNNR 254. Our Instagram is a bit dormant at the moment because I'm not on Instagram, but don't worry. You can find me on Twitter. I'm trying my best to be active on Twitter. And comments, thoughts section, confirm, whatever. I like you guys tuning in, and see you. Bye.